What is your very first step? Very good, Kamari. So I don't know if Mr. Polk taught this to y'all by steps, so I'm going to break it down for you. A solution is an x-intercept. So we learned back in Unit 1 that x-intercepts are just where the y is
0.
0. So this is an equation. Normally we would have y equals something, right? So whichever side doesn't have x's, you need to make that side equal to 0. It's like putting a 0 in for a y, okay? So to make this equal 0, how do I move this negative 28 over?
You add it.
You add it, good. So does everybody agree this is 2x squared minus 18x plus 28, and now it'll equal 0? Okay? So now I've got it set equal to 0, which means if I can solve this, set it equal to 0, then I'll find where the x-intercepts are, because that'll tell me where the y is 0, and it'll give me a number for the x. So to solve a quadratic where the x is squared, you should have learned on Friday that you can do what? Okay, factor, good. So whenever we're factoring, what's the very first thing you should always check for? GCF. What's the GCF?
Huh?
Greatest common factor, which is 2. Brooke, can you not hear me?
Oh, I just thought, I didn't understand what you just said.
Okay, I'm trying to keep my mask up while at the same time talking loud. Can you hear me now? Okay, so when we're solving a quadratic, we have to factor. That's our next step. And they said the GCF is 2. So does everybody agree we should take out a 2? All right. So what would be left? 1x squared, good.
Negative 9.
X, good. Plus 14. Mr. Potts, kids, are y'all always this quiet? I don't like it. Talk. Right, Jade? Jade be knowing. All right, good, Brooke. Is everybody okay with the second step? Okay, can I flip my board over because I have run out of room? Y'all know I write big. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. We'll look at it on this side. From here, we're still not done factoring because we still have an x squared. Make sure everybody's watching. I got 2 people not paying attention. Yoo-hoo! Before you get a marker thrown at you. There we go. I still have an x squared on the inside. So now you look at, is it a binomial or is it a trinomial? Which one is this one?
The trinomial.
Trinomial. There's 1, 2, 3 terms inside. So when it's a trinomial, I'm cornier than Mr. Polk, believe it or not. You're going to make a sandwich. If you got 3 things, you're going to make a sandwich. Whenever you make a sandwich, what do you start with? The bread, the outsides. Every year I have a kid who tells me they start with the turkey, and I'm like, you slap your turkey on the kitchen counter? That don't make no sense. Start with the bread. What are factors of x squared? Good, Jordan, x and x. Now look, what are my factors of 14?
7 and 2.
Okay, what else?
1 and 14.
Good, and Mr. Puck, how'd y'all do this? Y'all just went off to the side and did it in a table, which is fine. So now we need the pair of factors that will add to give us 9. Which pair is going to add to give me 9?
7 and 2.
7 and 2. So does everybody agree we should have x's in the front, a 7 and a 2 in the back? Okay, and then the only other thing we have to figure out is what signs it should be. So if we are adding, should the signs be the same or should they be different?
The same.
The same, and then we want to get a -9. So what do both of these need to be? Negative. There are different ways of factoring. Mr. Polk might do it a little bit different than me. If you like his way better, use his way. You like this way, use this way. I don't care. So this is the amount of work you should use, and this is work from last unit. It's really nothing new so far. Then this was the homework Friday and the classwork yesterday. Yep. So from here, Brooke, what's my last step, baby?
You have to turn them into the coordinate thingies.
Huh?
You have to turn them into the coordinate.
Not yet. You skipped a step.
What?
What do I do now? Okay, he taught you a shortcut. That's fine. Make sure you know why you're flipping the signs. I take both of my factors and set them equal to 0. So we should have x minus 7 equals 0. Or x minus 2 equals 0. And then you're just going to solve for x. You okay back there? Are you writing this down? Really? I'm gonna make you go back over there. I want to help you, but you gotta be writing and be with me. All right, what's x minus 7 equals 0? If I solve for x, I would add 7. So what's 0 plus 7?
7.
Good. So x equals 7. Brooke, what is that as an ordered pair in case it asks for an ordered pair?
Is 7, 0.
Good. And then this one, when you add the 2 over, would be x equals. Excellent. X equals 2, which will be 2, 0. Your test will ask for ordered pairs. So make sure you know how to write it with the number and then 0 in for the y. My kids, any questions? Most of y'all did pretty good on that classwork from yesterday. Mr. Parks, kids, any questions? Does that help? Okay. Kamari, you okay? Did that help? Good. All right, kiddos. So if you read the announcement, hopefully you read it. If you didn't, shame, go read it later. We just did the warm-up. I see my computer's going to die. I'm going to plug it in when y'all set up your notebooks. We're going to take short notes. I need maybe 15 minutes for the notes. Probably not even that long because what we're doing today is that easy, okay? And then we're going to play a Kahoot to review for your vocab quiz. You're going to go take your vocab quiz, and then your homework literally takes 0 time. I'm not kidding. And it also doesn't require homework. You're going to do it all in Desmos, okay? So we have a pretty easy day. Mr. Potts, kids, I don't know how he has y'all take notes. Isn't it in a binder on paper? You do it in a notebook? Great. My kids do theirs in a notebook. So my kiddos, get off the notebook. We are on page 38. And we're going to do finding quadratic features in Desmos. So I'm going to give y'all a second to copy that while I plug up my computer. And then we'll play Kahoot. What did you say? You probably want to leave you some room, baby, if that's your old notebook, or is that your new one? Take a little section and skip it. No, like in the pages, because aren't you going to put your other notes in there so it's all together? So take you a section and flip it. There you go. That should be good. And make that page 38. Y'all are on the same page as my pre-cal kids. Weird. Really? I don't think any of our classes are behind. I got friends that teach at other high schools, and they're on the same stuff we're on right now. That's because y'all's teacher didn't know how to handle y'all, clearly. Finding features of quadratics in Desmos. So I got a couple of steps, but really this isn't anything new. I think y'all already know how to do this, which is awesome. So on Thursday, I'm just going to keep talking while you're writing. Y'all know how I am. On Thursday, we found features of quadratics when they gave us a graph. On Friday, we found features of quadratics when they gave us an equation, but we found them by hand. Today, we're going to find features of an equation, but not by hand. You can use Desmos. So this would be on like the calculator active part of your exam, okay? So let's start with steps, and then I'm just going to do a couple examples, and then I think y'all will honestly be good because it's not bad. You just look in Desmos for the graph. So let's write down our steps first. So step 1, you're going to click in a new box in Desmos and type in the equation. All right, step 2. Desmos will graph the parabola that squeaking starting to get on my nerves too now, Jordan. You just need to make sure that you can see the whole U shape, okay? If you can't see the whole U shape, then you're not going to be able to find everything. So you just need to make sure you can see the entire U. So make sure you can see where it crosses the X and Y, and you can see the top or the bottom, okay? Then all you have to do, last step, click on the part of the graph the problem asks for, and Desmos will tell you the ordered pair. There's your notes for today. That's it. So basically, I'm going to give you an equation while you're still writing. You'll go put the equation in Desmos, and then you'll be able to look at the graph. And we should know how to find all of our features from a graph now. X-intercept is where it crosses the X-axis, so you'll click the places where it crosses. A Y-intercept is where it crosses the Y. You know, the vertex is where it turns around, right? So you just click whatever it asks for. Simple enough? Jordan, you good, bud? You on the last one? Okay, I'm gonna write example 1 down underneath it. So for this one, we're gonna find the vertex axis of symmetry. I'm gonna abbreviate if that's okay with y'all. Find the vertex axis of symmetry, direction of opening. Did Mr. Polk do that with y'all? Okay, good. Perfect. Direction of opening, and if it's a max or min. I think it's the air. I think, but I also am not quite sure why the air's on. Make this a +1 so it works. Nope. Yep, that's fine. Now, people at home, was that too fast or y'all are good?
I'm good.
All right. Shania, Jordan, Kamara, y'all quiet. Khalil, you doing okay back there, babe? I ain't used to you being that far away. All right. So you do not have to do this with me unless you want to. I'm going to go to Desmos.com. I'm following our steps. I already had it open. There it is. Don't worry about what's in here right now. Y'all going to be like, what the heck is that? That's pre-cal. All right. Your first step, you go to Desmos, click in a box, type in the equation. So the equation was negative x. How do we square something in Desmos?
Do shift the thingy and.
Good. You can shift and hit where 6 is on a computer. Maybe. It's not letting me. There we go. You can also go to this keypad down here, right? And then it says squared right there. So you can also click that. That's the second option. But I'm going to type in negative x squared. Then it said plus 2x plus 1. So does everybody see now? I'm going to minimize my Zoom, babies. Does everybody see this graph now? Okay. So from this graph, just make sure you can see the x-axis, y-axis, and the top, which we can, right? Okay, so we're going to look at this graph. The question said find the vertex. So describe to me where the vertex would be.
Right there.
Look, we talk about this all the time. That girl loves to say, right there, right where, baby? Describe it.
It's like where the 2 is on y.
Okay, she said where the y is 2 and the x is 1. Now, let's say you want to make sure. Everybody watch. If you click up here, the point pops up. So the vertex, does everybody agree, is 1, 2? Okay, write that down. Man, that squeaking's getting on my nerves. It wasn't bothering me during lunch, but now it's bothering me. All right, 1, 2. Now, it will not show you the axis of symmetry. Can somebody tell me why? Jordan, you just did your cards, boo. What's the axis of symmetry? An imaginary line. Is Desmos going to show you an imaginary line? No, you're going to have to know where it would be. So it's an imaginary line that goes where? In the middle. Good. So right through this vertex, just like this, right? All right, my kiddos, we talked about why it will always be vertical. Do y'all remember me saying it will always be vertical? Okay, Mr. Potts kids, I'm going to get him for not sharing this with y'all because y'all the honest kids. He should have been doing this, but it's okay. Oh my God, that was crooked as mess. Y'all see this little sideways parabola right here? Can a parabola be sideways? Why not? You're right, but it can't be. Anybody can answer. My people online, y'all can answer. Why can it not be sideways?
Because it'll touch the line twice and it wouldn't be a function anymore.
Okay, Brooke, excellent. No. I'm going to explain what Brooke just said because it was perfect. Brooke, you should be a teacher. This isn't a function because if you try to draw the vertical line through it to see if it's a function, it touches how many times? Twice. This whole unit is on quadratic functions. So it's got to be a function. If it's sideways, it's not a function. We don't do those ever. You will never see a sideways parabola like this until you get to pre-cal or calculus. And then they're not functions, then they're just shapes. Okay? So we're doing functions. It can't be horizontal. This line that cuts it down the middle has to be vertical, which means it should say x equals, right? And then what x number does it pass through, Brooke?
1.
Good job, baby.
Thank you.
You knew that? Good. Good. So the axis of symmetry is x equals 1. Which way is this parabola opening?
Down.
Good. So when you think about the opening, it's wherever you can color in the U. So if you tried to color in this U, it would be down here, right? But also think about where the arrows would be. They would be on the ends and they would have to point down. So this one opens down. You can just put down. That's fine with me. Mr. Park should be fine with that too. And then does it have a max or a min?
It has a max.
It has a max. Very good, Brooke. Now, y'all are honors and high level math 1 kids, so I'm going to add on right here. What is the maximum value it reaches? What'd you say? Good. The highest value it reaches, look right here on the Y, is 2. So I think your Delta Math today is going to ask you what the max is. It's how high up it goes. So this one goes to 2. Easy or hard? What do we think?
Easy.
Yeah, it's not bad. I feel like these are pretty chill. All right. So let's do another example. I'm going to switch my screen if nobody has any questions. Zoom kids, do y'all have questions? Shania, y'all good, babe? She's quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, she said, yeah. Okay. Second example, we're going to try to find some different stuff. So for this one, I want you to find the roots, y-intercept, and max or min. We're going to do y equals and as long as y'all are good after this example, we'll go ahead and do the Kahoot review. What's wrong? Okay. Y'all looked up like something was wrong. Nope. All right, what's different about this one? Anybody? What's different? Okay, it's got parentheses. It's not in what form? Good, very good. What's your name? Olivia, good job. I'm gonna tell Mr. Park you need extra credit. It's not in standard form. Look at me, my kids, online kids. I'm showing my face again. Look at me. It doesn't matter that it's not in standard form. This is on the calculator part of the test where you can use Desmos. So here's the beautiful thing about Desmos. It doesn't have to be in standard form. You can put it in however they give it to you. So I don't need you to square this, write it twice, box it out. I don't need you to do that. Go put it into Desmos just like it says, okay? It's just not in standard form. So let's go put that in. I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to put in y equals parentheses x plus 2 squared minus 7. I'm going to minimize y'all again. Can I see the whole U? No, so you need to zoom out till you can. I need to be able to see the bottom and then the X and Y axis. So does it look good now? Okay, good. All right, what did my question ask me for again? Do y'all remember? The roots. What are the roots?
Aren't they the things that touch the X?
The things. You mean the points? Well, yes, you are correct. So I want y'all to look at this. If you click on the graph, it will pop up with all the points you need. So watch, I'm going to click on the red. There's my 2 roots. Isn't that where it touches the x-axis? Okay. Here's my y-intercept, because this is where it touches the y-axis, and it gives you your vertex. Does everybody see that? All right. So the first thing I asked you for were the roots. I'm going to write. So my roots, I'm just going to put an R for roots. Does everybody agree it's these 2 ordered pairs?
Yes.
So the beautiful thing about Desmos, you click on the graph, the points pop up. So we're just going to write these 2 ordered pairs. So negative 4.6. What would happen if I round that to 2 decimal places?
It'd stay that way.
Nope, 2 decimal places, Brooke? She said it would stay.
Oh.
6, 5?
I think you meant that.
That's okay. Look behind the 4. It's bigger than 5, so it's going to round up. And then positive, oh, that ain't it. Dyslexia is a thing. 0.65. Are y'all okay with that? Yes. Can you wait till I'm done with this example? I know. Can you wait till I'm done with this example? Thank you. No. Where are you going? Where are you going? No, not till I finish the example. It was a question, but basically you're going to wait till I'm done. Okay. All right. Are we good with these x-intercepts? I'm guessing they're good. What's the y-intercept, my online babies? Y'all look too. Where does it look like it crosses the y-axis? Good, -3. If you click on the point, it pops up with the ordered pair. So 0, -3. All right, and then the last thing I asked you for was the max or the min. Does this have a max or a min? Good, this one has a min. Now I'm gonna step it up and make it honors level for y'all. What's the minimum value it reaches? -7, good. So everybody look online. If you click right here, it goes all the way down to -7. So that minimum value is -7. You can get now. All right, my Zoom kids, what questions do y'all have on the notes? Do not leave. We're about to do the vocab review. But do y'all have any questions on today's notes? It's always so weird talking to kids on Zoom because they either ignore you or it lags. Don't ignore me. Do we have any questions?
Brooke doesn't.
Okay, you're going to go graph it in Desmos. And then you're going to click on the graph so all the points pop up, and then you just click on what part it's asking for. So if it asks for roots, you're going to click on the x-axis. If it asks for y-intercepts, click on the y. You know, the vertex is